Y'all can hear me, right?
Yep. If I said yes, would you stop talking?
What? Good time for you.
I'm just checking. I don't know what you're doing. Why you fueling in that information? This is not the open beta, alright? We're not doing that shit right now. You need to stop. I swear to God, if I get to 38, and I D-rank, I'm beating all your asses with a broom.
Not a broom. Transmissions jammed.
What is good? It's me, your friendly neighborhood nerd, the Bobbo, and we are back. It's been a minute. We kind of took a little break, as we do. You know how we get, like, life, all that good stuff. But Weekly Geekly has returned. Of course, you see beside me on the bottom right hand, I think that's right hand for y'all, I don't care, the corner over there, yeah, your boy DJ Horus, and also your girl Doomsday. Say what up to the people, y'all. Really, you just not gonna say that, DJ Horus?
I know, right?
I'm rude today.
You're rude today. You rude every day. I don't know what you mean.
I'm miserable. I'm old. What do you expect? Adulting sucks.
How are you old? I think I'm the oldest one in this thing.
You are, and that's the sad part. Like,
and how is that really diminishing the fact that I got older?
So yeah, we wanted to come back. We wanted to come back and just chat out with y'all for a little bit. We kind of missed doing the show. I had a little bit of time off, and DJ Horus, he don't be doing shit. Doomsday, we found her just terrorizing people on the street. So I said, hey, y'all want to do Geekly? And she was like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. That was a lot easier than I thought.
I was watching all that. Well, wait, I was far from terrorizing.
All right, terrorizing the electric bill.
Yeah, so of course you guys know us. We always talk about what's going on this week. So we've been away for a bit, so we're probably gonna put in a couple other things as well, because you know us, we like to talk. I know for sure we're gonna have to talk about one of the biggest things that hit this week, but we'll get in that till we get to the movie section. So first we're gonna start off.
Wait, we're talking about the finale of Downton Abbey?
Yes, the finale of Downton Abbey. How did you know, Doomsday? So my bad if I'm getting real close to y'all. I just want to make sure I can see these darn things. Alright, so of course we're going to start off with what we always start off with, is the comic book section. So let's talk comics. I know a lot of us haven't been kind of up to date as we wanted to be, but I have been reading and I've been kind of catching up as well, huh?
Only for this week. I didn't
only for this week. Last week
right.
we were on it. Like this week, but I know the new Batman Robin Eternal dropped that I picked up from you, Mr. DJ Horus Clifford.
Don't ever say my name like that.
Did you see the official cover for Black Panther?
No, I did not.
No,
it looks great.
It did look dope.
T'Challa and the flags of Wakanda on fire.
We just got it back, guys. Can we not burn it?
Right? Franklin just remade Wakanda. He just remade Wakanda.
Everything looked fine, but the flags were burning.
That's still bad.
Because the site We Are Wakanda posted the official cover, and they posted the first 6 pages of the Black Panther comic.
Damn.
Yeah, I can't fucking wait. I will buy this comic.
That's gonna be so dope.
I will buy a variant cover of the first issue.
So I know for sure with
Can we talk about how fucked up this continuity is with Miles Morales and Spider-Man?
Oh man, I was gonna address that. So
there's
you mean that moment of coonery? Yeah.
Well, here's the thing with that. Here's the thing with the whole verse at the moment. There's too many Spider-Man running around right now. We have Gwen. We have the whole Spider verse cast. They're running through time. Though. We have Silk. You have Miles. You have
Spider Pig still. Spider Ham.
Yeah, Spider Pig with the Spider Verse crew.
Okay. Spider Ham is part of the Spider Verse crew. Spider Gwen is still in her own universe.
Yeah, in her own. But no, here's the thing. No. They put her with the Spider Verse crew as well. But then she also has a variant off story about something else. I don't know what's going on.
Her variant off story.
Yeah, you guys know about the Gwenpool comic that's coming out, right?
No, I thought that was just the artwork, but we'll get into that. But yeah, with there's too many Spider-Man running around, because even when you don't have Peter running around, you have the Prowler dressed up as Spider-Man just so Peter can be in the same place at the same time.
I'm asking, did you read the update?
Which one? I've been reading Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man, and I've also been reading Spider-Verse. I haven't even read
Spider-Man comic book. That's not Amazing Spider-Man. The one with Miles Morales in it.
I haven't read the update on that one.
Yeah, Miles Morales. That was the one I was talking about with the coonery.
Okay.
Miles Morales.
This is not even much of a spoiler. This is kind of like them explaining what happened. So apparently, after the rebuild, it wasn't like the original story where Peter accidentally fell into the Ultimate Universe and him and Miles became friends off of that. Apparently in this one, he's in this universe, which is why his mom is still alive.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And two, apparently he was saving somebody in the middle of the town, and Peter was like, hey, you're wearing my outfit and it's black and it looks better than mine.
Basically.
It looks better than mine. And then he's like, oh well, can I I don't know, can I be Spider-Man? He's like, yeah, you can totally rock that. You can totally rock the name. It's fine, because I'm more international now than New York City bound. So
I call shenanigans on how the Spider-Man thing is almost like a business now. Like the girl says, like, you want to be a Spider-Man? You want to be a Spider-Man? Here you go.
It's like Deadpool and Spider-Man have pimped out their fucking logos, and everybody's running with it.
Exactly. Watch, we're gonna see like a crossover between Golden Girls and Spider-Man, the Spider-Girl.
Yeah, but like the whole universe continuity thing is so off, because like I'm reading an Invincible Iron Man, and they're like, well, her and Peter Parker like know each other, but I don't think she knows that he's Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she doesn't. Everything's changed.
How do you not know?
No, because Mary Jane Watson knows She knows the Spider-Man. She knows Peter Parker, but she doesn't know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Not anymore. She doesn't. So that's what's
crazy. They were never married. They were never in love with each other. They just went to high school together.
And I'm like, what did you guys do to the continuity? Like, first of all, Miles' mom is back alive,
which is awkward.
Or his interaction with Peter Parker beforehand is completely gone. Mary Jane Watson doesn't know nothing. Like, she met
the whole Secret War thing. Everything like starts from zero at this point, and it's like retelling it. So it's almost like Old Testament and New Testament of the Bible. The Old Testament don't count.
New Testament.
No, because like there's other comic books that continued like their continuity from where it started off. Like Guardians of the Galaxy just picked up right where they left off.
True.
It just picked up.
Which is weird.
Yeah, and so did Miss Marvel, and then they're getting ready for Civil War.
So did Nova. Like, all of these things just picked up from where they left off, and then some of the continuity is like, well, we're gonna restart. Like, all in the same universe. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't understand.
Yeah, now I'm glad I stopped reading Spider-Man.
Like, because Mary Jane Watson met Tony Stark for the first time in Invincible Iron Man. She's like, oh, you're Tony Stark, aren't you? I'm like, you used to live in this man's house. Like,
exactly.
What are you talking about?
Y'all, he almost took care of your kids. Like,
this didn't happen yesterday. Like, what?
Like, y'all got history.
Because
like,
the thing is, they tried to have like Mary Jane, like, oh, I'm escaping superheroes and stuff like that, and getting away. And so we were like, oh shit. So she knows she's had superheroes in her life for all this whole time. But no, she don't know shit. She don't know shit.
So it's pretty much like the whole thing when Batman and Joker lost their memory. They don't know nothing.
Yeah, but with that case, it's like, Bruce is starting to get the idea that he's
finally
Batman.
Bruce ain't starting to get it. Spoiler alert.
He was getting it through the series, but he was in denial about it. He was like, "There's no way."
I wish you could see my face right now, Cliff. Like, I wish you could see my face. Like, it's done. Just brief me in the car. All you have to do is brief me in the car.
Just brief me in the car. Just like, I just want to go to the cave.
Okay.
I just want to look at it. I just want to.
Alfred was like, knock, knock, knock. No, we're not doing this. Alfred, let me in. Knock, knock, knock. No, keep your ass out there, Bruce.
You can't lock me at my own house, Alfred. I can lock you at your own house and lock you at your own cave.
Okay. We're not doing this, like, Bruce. But big shout out to the writers of Batman right now, because of course only Batman will have a backup plan to the backup plan.
I know, right?
If you guys know, honestly, I have a story or whatever that I love to tell, because I went back and read Batman and Robin, the 2000s run or whatever, Batman and Robin.
Okay, before the reboot.
Right? And I was talking about how Darkseid is the biggest troll in the DC universe. Because
that's a good assumption.
Yeah, because he, out of every single person that he's had interactions with from Earth, he could clone anybody. But who does he clone? Batman. Why, you ask? Because he's an asshole. Two.
That's actually the most valid answer, actually. Like, why? Because fuck you.
Yeah, so Batman gets cloned, but the clones are imperfect. Like, they're genetically perfect. They're Bruce Wayne in every single way. But
don't tell me, are they 3 times as more batshit as the actual Batman?
Yes, like whenever they put the memories of Batman into another body, it goes crazy. So
I shouldn't be laughing at that, but that's just funny to me.
It's funny as shit, because you know what Darkseid's reaction was? He was like, "Alright, scrap him, but leave me one." What? Leave me one clone. Put him in his cape and cowl, and make him nothing but bones. Why? You'll see.
Like, because fuck you. That's why.
No. He was like, no, because he knows them. He knows them so well. So he's like, you'll see. So they're like, Dick Grayson's like, I can't do this no more. I can't be Batman. Fuck this. I'm gonna resurrect Batman. Takes him to a Lazarus pit. Takes the bones that they found in the Justice League comic. He's like, all right, we got to do this shit. Puts him in the Lazarus pit. Crazy ass Bat clone comes out. All I can see is Darkseid just sitting on this thing all stoic, like, worth it.
No, I just picture him sounding like Beavis, like.
He was like, it's like a movie, y'all. It's like a movie. It played out just like I thought it would.
Like, it worked.
So Darkseid is in fucking control. So Batman apparently figured out that Darkseid had all of his memories and had a machine to do this shit with. So he created it on Earth. So if anything were to happen to Batman, he just put his memories and all of his experiences in another body and keep on moving.
I just like that whole idea that Darkseid just went, fine, I'll make my own Earth with blackjack and hookers. You know what? Forget the blackjack.
Exactly. That's literally what he wanted. I'll make my own Justice League.
Blackjack.
Like, that sad moment when you realize that Darkseid is a Batman fanboy. Like, all I need is Batman in my Justice League, y'all.
I guess he figured, he was like, wait a minute. Batman is human. Why haven't I not killed you yet? Like, what?
There's an issue with this.
I bet that's the reaction of every single villain that has dealt with Batman. Like, I dealt with all these other people. Why have I not fucked with the only human in the damn team?
Like, everybody else got superpowers to some extent. Like, I shot someone with my laser eye beams before, and they're like, I can possibly tank one, 2 hits of that, and that's fine. Okay, to be expected, but ain't she human? Like, exactly. Why are you still
If you saw Justice League War, that was like the best realization of everybody in that damn movie. It was like, yeah, Hal Jordan was the best. But he was like, "Don't tell me you just some man in a bat suit."
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like that Eddie Murphy moment from Coming to America. Aha.
Sometimes you gotta come to the realization.
Yeah, like my favorite thing about I was rewatching Justice League War for some reason, and I was like, they give no fucks about Hal Jordan. They made sure he was the comic relief.
He got his ass whooped.
He got his ass whooped every single turn.
He's like, don't worry, guys. Green Lantern's got this. And literally,
part was he was like,
they jumped him.
That was one of the funniest gifts in the world. But my favorite part, he was like, Batman was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, we gotta go fight Superman. He was like, I've been studying. His power levels are nothing for me. So they get to the warehouse where Superman's beating up on this thing, right? And Batman's like, hey, we're gonna do this. Nah, you just stay back. Green Lantern's got this. All of a sudden, you just see like laser beams, explosion, green light, and then boom, this nigga comes flying out. And he was like, you got this, huh?
You're a lot of help. You're just a lot of help, ain't you? Ain't you now?
Yes, Hal caught a lot of L's. But we also have coming up soon in the comics like realm or whatever, a new change of the guards for the Teen Titans. If you guys haven't heard, Teen Titans are getting a new animated movie, and also they're saying that the continuity of the movie will move into the comics. Huh?
Yeah. Keep talking.
Yeah, the continuity of the movie will move to the actual thing. So if you guys,
the actual comic,
the actual physical comic. So Titans are made up of a lot of teams, but this team is going to be a little bit special. We got, of course, Starfire. We're gonna have Raven. Who else we got on this team? I'll name B-Boys on this team.
The 52 one or
the one that is out right now. No, I'm talking about the one for Teen Titans versus Justice League.
Oh, it's pretty much everyone from the TV show with the exception of Dick Grayson.
Well, Cyborg is going to be in the mix, but he's not going to be a
Titan.
Titan.
From the TV show, the cartoon, is everyone in there with the exception of Dick Grayson.
Yeah, Dick Grayson's going to be there, but he's going to be mentoring because all he does is drop Damian Wayne off. And that's the big change at this point. Damian Wayne is going to be official. Off
like, you be good, Damian. I'll pick you up after school.
Exactly, yeah. Damian Wayne is going to be the official Robin of the Teen Titans. Notice how I didn't say leader, because technically the leader is Starfire.
Exactly. Why not give it to Cyborg? But no, we're going to give it to the emotional maniac Starfire. Yeah, the one that would say, hey, let's kill everyone just because I'm angry. Yeah, good idea. Good job.
Who else you want to give it to, Raven?
Fine to me.
Who you want to give it to? I think Blue Beetle's on this team. I think.
Get out.
I remember Blue Beetle winning.
Yeah, I think Blue Beetle's on the team. But yeah, we're getting a new animated movie, Justice League versus the Teen Titans, where the Justice League finds out that Trigon is Raven's father, and they're like, "Hey, bruh, yeah, we can't have that shit."
Honestly, I'm like, why are they just finding this? I thought this
because Justice League is stupid, y'all.
Because it's a reboot, so that's why they had to completely change the idea.
Yeah, and I was noticing something in the continuity of the animated series. Tim Drake ain't there.
Nope. There's a lot of things wrong with this. Okay, I could complain all day. You're gonna put
Tim Drake ain't there, y'all.
You're gonna put Blue Beetle there, but Static ain't there.
Like
Wonder Girl ain't there.
Wonder Girl not.
Where's Donna Troy? She has yet to get screen time anywhere. Anywhere.
It's a lot of stuff that's going wrong. But they're doing these reboots. They're doing these reboots.
How Young Justice getting ready?
Oh, speaking of that, if you guys remember... If you guys remember, Netflix has posted up the second season of Young Justice, and they were looking into the ratings of it, basically. And with the ratings, they wanted to see if, hey, we can put out a season 3, because also Netflix is coming out with The Tick. No, that's Amazon.
It's Amazon
doing The Tick.
But I'm already shitting on it because Patrick's not good. No, here's what Patrick ain't in it.
Oh,
he got a full-time gig with that NBC show Grounded, so he can't be The Tick. At that point, no need watching because of two reasons. It's on Amazon, and Pat ain't in it. If Pat ain't in it, I ain't with it.
Yeah, so I was excited about that, but hopefully we'll figure something out for the Tick. But like I said, probably may give it a little once over or something like that.
That depends on who they have to play the Tick. I mean, I like the Tick, but I wasn't obsessed. I'm sitting there waiting for someone to remember that damn show and comic The Max and bring that back, because The Max used to be my shit.
Yeah, well, The Max, I don't think that would be able to translate well into television.
You just remember, it had an animated series.
It did have an animated series, but
and plus, I think it can work if they do a live action with a little CGI. If they get the crew who does True Detective, because if you remember, the Tick was very surreal, very strange, but very dark and beautiful, and had a decent story. True Detective is weird as fuck, and remember, it's weird as fuck in a good way, and there's a lot of imagery. Because either if they do that, or I mean, it will work. Because remember, they officially are bringing back Twin Peaks. They originally stopped it because David Lynch wasn't going to do it, but now he's back on board, and the script is ready, and it's coming out soon. With that, they can bring back The Max, so you can't say weird don't work. I'm
not saying the weird don't work. I'm saying the violence may be a little bit of an issue, but they'll figure it out.
It won't be that much of an issue if they get it on a network that will let them get away with it. So like maybe if they have it online, like a Netflix series.
That will work. Netflix, so like I said, Amazon's probably trying to start doing that same thing too. Netflix,
yeah, because Amazon does have a good like network with shows, but they don't have a good variety. So far, their best show is like the show, what is it, Transparent, and another one. So far, a lot of the shows Amazon's made has been like failures. Like the Zombieland series, that tanked dramatically. Some people didn't know it came out.
Yeah. All right, so I said we'll go ahead and to move on real quick. And so I know for sure a lot of us are going to be talking about a couple of things that are going to be coming out at least this month in movies. So let's go ahead and at least talk about some movies.
I hate
I hate myself. What?
I hate everything coming out.
What you mean is everything coming out? What you talking about, DJ Horus?
I'm joking. It's obvious what I'm excited about. Come on. Let me talk about this.
Well, we'll get to it in a second or two. We'll get to it in a second too. So let's go ahead and do this first. Let's go ahead and talk about Batman vs Superman. That's the first one that's gonna come out. Go come out next, right?
The first ass whooping.
I'm watching that for Wonder Woman.
You watching that for Wonder?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go because honestly, that's the main thing I know. I'm like dreading because it's gonna be boring to me. Like I know how DC movies work.
I'm glad it ain't me that thinks that. I mean, I want to get excited. I really, really do. Like, I was excited the fact of one thing: Wonder Woman's finally in a fucking movie that's not a damn porno and that's not animated. So I'm excited for that. But after, I'm underwhelmed. Even with all the awesome cutscenes, I've been underwhelmed with this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I just don't really care about Superman taking on Batman. That's not a fight that's interesting to me. Like, what
I wanted is another Superman movie, but dealing with Doomsday. I want them to go to recreate the Death of Superman saga. That's what I really want. I want a Death of Superman saga.
But the thing is, I think they were trying to give that Man of Tomorrow, or whatever the fuck they're going to name the next Superman movie. Because this is technically the second movie out of the trilogy of Superman.
Yeah.
It's not a Batman movie.
I think not
a Wonder Woman movie.
It's technically a Superman movie.
Superman movie.
It was technically called the Superman movie at first.
Or honestly, what we could call it the Justice League movie, because after that, this Justice League film's coming out.
That's what everyone's calling it. We're calling it Justice League #1.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's too much. Then you're doing too
But I'm
much.
still underwhelmed with it because the vibe, like the pacing and vibe of it, from how they have it set up, it looks too much like the Dark Knight movies.
Yeah.
It looks too much like them. And everyone admit the best one was the second one, and then the rest was just meh. So far, this is the meh Dark Knight movie. It gives too much of the Nolan vibe.
So here's what I'm going to say about it. Because like I said, we all know this is going to be the ramp up or their version of Phase 1 all rolled into one. Because we still have to get Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg out of this one movie. Don't know how. Don't know how they're going to do it. Whatever.
Don't really care.
They're all supposed to be in this one movie.
They're all supposed to be in one movie.
Wonder Woman,
they're gonna cameo them.
Aquaman.
They're gonna cameo them, essentially, but they're not gonna do backstories on it. They might do a hint of a backstory
for Cyborg. Cyborg is gonna make sense because they need to explain how the fuck we're gonna get Cyborg throughout the entire series and then do his first movie in 2020.
Exactly, which means they would have to push it up.
So they're probably going to give his origin here. They're probably going to give his origin here. He's probably going to be involved in that the Doomsday Experiment. Get hurt. His dad's going to save him by making him into Cyborg. Aquaman's probably going to have a little he's going to be one of Clark Kent's old fishing buddies because remember he was a fisherman in Man of Steel. And then he's going to be yeah.
Why you got to be a fishing buddy?
He's a fishing buddy, and they're going to be come up to him, hey. You're king of Atlantis. And they're like, what? And the Flash is going to get hit by lightning and just start running real fast.
And they'll be like, and that's how you got your ability. Okay.
Yeah.
You're really fast. Okay.
We only got one movie, guys. We got the Justice League coming up next. We got to figure this out.
This is my upset with the way they do this.
Only way they
and then later on, Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Only way they can make sense of this if they go ahead and just say, hey, all of this shit has been happening while, after Man of Steel, everybody came out. The Flash came out, this dude named Cyborg was born or whatever, and Aquaman came about the ocean and was like, hey, stop dropping building chunks in the motherfucking ocean, bruh. And,
building chunks?
Building chunks.
That's the only thing I can think. It has to be one of those debriefs, that's probably what we're going to do. We're going to have, a debrief. And then hey, yeah, this kid got blown up. His dad turned him into a cyborg. This guy, he runs really fast. After Superman came out, he was like, I bet you I can beat his ass in a race. And this man just came about the ocean riding a whale, was like, hey, bruh, stop dropping stuff in my ocean. We were like, fuck you, bruh. This is our planet. He was like, what?
I ruled 75% of this planet, motherfucker.
I know, right?
That's the thing. I was like, yo, you could always make an Aquaman movie really good. Just yo, I'm starting war with the surface world. That's always
literally it.
Exactly. I'll admit, I would be more excited for an Aquaman movie than this Batman vs Superman movie.
Yeah,
they haven't even given us anything to work with Aquaman yet, but I am still super excited for that because you have, like I said, you could just say, oh, I'm starting war. Shit's going down. It's going to be dark and scary. Oh no, Ocean Master came out of nowhere. I gotta fight this nigga.
Just imagine Jason Momoa yelling at somebody with no shirt on. Just imagine that right now.
He's gonna have a shirt on though.
Honestly, I just want to see a dolphin beat the shit out of someone. That's what I wait for. I want to see a dolphin beat the shit out of someone and someone using a goldfish or starfish as a form of attack.
Really?
I want Finding Nemo Warriors, damn it.
As a shuriken.
Yes.
He's a starfish as a shuriken.
They just starfish.
Star you go.
Alright, so shifting gears. I know for sure that we all heard that Idris Elba has been casted in an amazing remake. So
the gunslinger for Dark Tower.
Yes.
Is it James Bond?
No.
No, Dark Tower.
Who did say got James Bond? Loki got James Bond.
Is it James Bond?
Loki got James Bond.
Wait, I thought that wasn't official. He just said he wants to do it.
I know, I was just joking with him. I'm just fucking with him.
Is it James Bond?
It's not James Bond.
God fucking damn it.
I have a feeling we're gonna get Idris as James Bond one day. We're gonna get it, but he is in this movie I can't remember if it's out yet, but it is a spy movie, and everyone is pretty much.
Yeah, like literally, I know what you're talking
about.
I gotta get the name of it.
Okay, so you do know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because again, like it literally shows them as a spy doing like stunts and doing all like I'm like, how do you not cast this man as James Bond after this? Like,
we already know why. Black guy. Even though he actually is an actual Englishman, they won't give him it because he's a black Englishman. Because remember, all the people they have play Bond have been Scottish or Irish and everything else.
I'm looking at you, MI6. Looking at you, MI6.
Looking at you, Queen. Looking at you, Queen.
No, don't look at them. Look at the asshole who writes the books, who was a known racist anyway, if you read the books.
Looking at you, Queen. You got the power to make a black James Bond. That's a move. You got the power. You run the country.
She does run the country. Just make him a knight. Once you make Idris Elba a knight, boom, he has to be James Bond.
That's it.
All Money Penny's fault.
You better talk to Parliament.
Talk to Parliament.
You better talk to Parliament. Talk to somebody. Somebody's responsible. I'm pointing fingers at somebody. So yeah, Dark Tower. What about what's Dark Tower about, anyways? Because I don't really do Stephen King.
It's one of Stephen King's greatest works when he started doing when he did graphic novels. It pretty much combines Dark Tower. That's when you learn all of the stuff that Stephen King wrote over the years are all connected. Everything. It's like an own universe from like. Yeah, they're all connected. From fucking Cujo to Christine to fucking Carrie.
The Outliers, all that shit.
Connected.
All of it.
All of it connected. Best way of putting it, this is Stephen King's Secret Wars. That's the best way of explaining it. No,
and you just drop a dude in the middle of it. You just drop a random ass dude in the middle of all this shit. You gotta figure it out.
Yeah, like he's running away from the fucking Langoliers and shit. He drives Christine.
God.
So, yeah, it's The Mist. So, yeah, it's pretty much Stephen King's horror version of Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way to describe it to someone who doesn't read Stephen King or doesn't read anything outside of a comic.
I don't do Stephen King after he fucked me up twice. I was like, no.
And how is that?
No, after It and The Mist, the It got me fucked up. I don't trust clowns anymore because of that. That's one. I see a clown, I'm like, yo, get the fuck away from me, okay? Right now. I'll cut your head off. Get away from me. And Mist, I think Mist gave me trust issues. I'm like,
you can't even drive no more. You can't ride. Like, hey, it's getting too foggy.
Yeah.
Take me home.
Okay. Yeah, you just named two good ones when it comes to that. Like, I don't know about It. Honestly, I don't like It. Like, the book was better, but the only thing that saved the movie was fucking Tim Curry. Other than that, the movie sucked. I can't wait.
It was a terrible movie. It was
I can't wait. Well, remember, it was a made-for-TV movie, so they could get away with so fucking much. So that's why a true blue film version is what's really needed, and I think it's going to be awesome.
The only thing that
saved it was Tim Curry. But yeah, the Dark Tower thing, it's a big deal. The comic is really good. So the fact it's finally getting they've been talking about this movie for like about 5 years, and
finally got
at first it was in the cutting room. Yeah, it finally has a cast.
Mm-hmm. Oh, just how like Todd McFarlane finally finished the script to Spawn after 4 years of announcing that he was doing a remake.
And
yeah, mostly because he wanted to see if people would really still want it, because he was working on bringing back the comic too.
He was.
It still gets updated.
Mm-hmm.
So, 400 issues. Nah.
Besides that, we also got another classic coming back for us. We just got the big announcement that Beetlejuice 2 is going to be in production soon. So we have Tim, Winona, and we have Michael signed on for it.
Yeah, Michael Keaton was the first to sign on, saying, I'm in.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, he was like, I'm in. He said that was one of his favorite roles. I'm surprised you didn't bring up DuckTales because that's coming back.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh well, no.
DuckTales coming back.
After I saw Alvin and the Chipmunks, I don't trust any remakes of our childhood shows.
Actually, Janae, I want to know what's your opinion on the new Powerpuff Girls. Like, what do you think of that?
I can't wait. I really can't. Yeah, okay. I'm excited. I don't know why anyone wouldn't be. I mean, we all watched the special, and the art style was different. At least this is back to the original art style. But what I hate is people are expecting it to be just like the original. And I'm sitting there like, a lot of you watch serialized shows like Power Rangers and other shit where the cast always changes and the style always changes, and Ninja Turtles. Why are you trying to find something to bitch about with the goddamn Powerpuff Girls?
That's what I was like, you know, Powerpuff Girls. If it was made the same, it would not be that great to me.
I just want the song to go back to normal.
It's made the same. The main thing they did fix, they did a few more. They made them look a bit more human in some cases. Yeah. Like they did improvements on their eyes, their facial expressions. The voices are different, but they're not that drastically different. Like, I'm annoyed people are sitting there like, how come Tara Strong is in Bubbles? I'm like, because Tara Strong got her fucking check. She don't have to do this no more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's not your go-to voice actor. Like, there's several... let someone else have a chance. There's several talented actors around. We can't have every last voice actor be Mark Hamill, Tara Strong, Phil Lamar, and Phil LaMarche. We can't have that every fucking time. Yeah, I'm big with voice actors, so I'm sitting there like, shut up. Let someone new take a chance.
I'm sorry, I'm just lagging.
Actually, who I wanted that girl who's on Vine. Her name is Megan. She did a video with Tara Strong, and she has the really high pitched voice. If she could sound just like Bubbles and Timmy Turner, I would have wanted her to be
I know
Bubbles.
what you're talking about.
You know, yeah.
I saw her before.
Yeah, I wanted her to be to get picked to be Bubbles.
I'm actually okay with the lineup they have right now in terms of voice actors. I'm not too upset.
Yeah, I'm happy.
It took me a while to get used to Buttercup's voice, but I was like, no,
that's the only thing I really have to adjust to. That's the only thing that's throwing me off.
Yeah.
I don't really see anything to adjust. All it is the same generic, gruffy, like husky, feminine voice. She sounds like Spinelli. She sounds like Spinelli from Recess, and Spinelli from Recess sounds like fucking Buttercup. So I'm like, what's the big deal?
Okay.
I mean, it's not like she sounds like, I don't know. The only thing that would throw people off is not if she started sounding like fucking Cree Summer, which she doesn't. So everyone could calm down.
Yeah.
Then you can get upset.
Alright, so we're gonna move into the reason why we all here. I'll just say that much. So
you're pregnant?
Yeah. That's it. You said
Oh, I knew you were glowing.
You always can tell. Alright, so this Thursday I add, we got a special present from Marvel. We got the last, literally, they said this is the final Captain America Civil War trailer. Been building up. We've been like, oh shit, where is it? And we finally got what we wanted. We finally got
what I wanted.
Pictures of Spider-Man.
We finally got Spider-Man. And the internet lost their goddamn mind.
Yeah, I lost my mind. Get the fuck out of here. I waited for the longest. They said, oh, well, Spider-Man's going to be in Civil War. I was like, well, until I see him, I don't care about this movie.
That's what everyone was saying. We were like, we'll believe it when we see it. And if you guys make Spider-Man show up at the ending credits, we will burn this building to the ground.
To
the ground. And we'll pee on the ashes.
Oh, not pee on the ashes.
Yeah, we were sitting there like all nerds collectively had their heads like this.
Like they gave you little teasers and like people were like trying to find the spider like he was fucking Waldo in all the other trailers, but this one finally gave us an actual good image and literally even gave you Tom. you hear him as Spider-Man or whatever. So
I gotta admit, I had chills. I never had that in a long time about a movie like this. Mm-hmm. I was already losing my shit seeing Black Panther.
Oh,
so
yeah.
right when you see that web touch Cat Booty, I was like, oh my god. And when he landed, I was like, superhero landed!
Yeah. Yo, no, literally, my roommate called me. I was on the way back to the apartment and everything, right? And he goes, Bobbo! I was like, yeah, Phil? Bobbo! Yes, Phil. Trailer! Wait, what trailer? Civil War! I was like, did they give us pictures of Spider-Man? We got pictures of Spider-Man!
Spider-Man! Everyone turned into JJ. Like, we got our pictures of Spider-Man!
Exactly. This shit was hilarious. It's fun.
I was minding my own business. I was scrolling down Facebook. All I see is like a gif of Spider-Man doing a flip. I was like, oh no. Oh no. I stopped everything I was doing. Don't ever stop playing an online game. You can't turn it off. I literally put the controller down. They're like, go look at your dice. I don't care. Spider-Man. We got pictures of Spider-Man. I was like, I don't care. Well, I'm gonna sit here and watch 2 minutes of this.
Exactly.
Like, it's hilarious that everyone is pretty much sitting there like, where were you when Spider-Man showed up? Like, it became a memorable event. Like, I remember I just woke up and I saw someone post it on my timeline and it wasn't in the group yet. And I was like, what's this? And I look at it. I was like, oh shit. Damn, T'Challa out running motorcycles. Oh shit. I was already hyped. And then I saw Spider, I was like, Ben was already at work. I'm sitting there naked, screaming out, Spider-Man!
Exactly.
And I actually called Ben while he was at work, and he didn't pick up because they wouldn't let me use the phone. I kept calling him. When he got home, he was like, baby, you alright? You were blowing on my phone. I was like, trailer! He was like, what? I was like, trailer! He was like, what trailer?
This equates as like an emergency. This equates as an emergency.
That's how serious this shit was.
Shit is real.
And I grabbed my phone. Not only did I grab my phone, I was about to show him. I was like, no, we got to do better than this. I got my computer and hooked up the HDMI and put it on the big screen in the living room.
A 2-minute trailer though?
Yes, yep. I hooked the HDMI to the laptop to the 46-inch. Made him sit down. Put that shit on 4K. I was like, look at this. And I just stood next to him while his eyes got bigger and bigger. And when he saw that web, he was like,
for a 2-minute trailer?
2-minute trailer.
It's worth it, goddammit.
HD.
It is worth 4K. It is worth seeing it on HDMI.
Boy, watching Spider-Man for 4 seconds? Like, I had to watch it like 5 times over again.
Exactly.
For me,
it wasn't even for that. I was doing that because I wanted to see Panther. Spider-Man was just a bonus.
Yeah, no, I'm not like a big Black Panther fan, but when I saw him like claw the bike, I was like, damn, boy, kill him. No, drag him. He literally dragged him. Like, you hear drag queens and gay nerds like, drag her. And I'm a Captain America fan too, so I'm like, I'm over here on Cap's team. But the moment I saw him pull that bike after chasing, I was like, drag him. I was like, don't cut this off. No, let me watch this now. Drag him. Drag that boy. Drag him. I was like, oh shit. Ready. I forgot what side of boy.
It's not ready.
I forgot what side of boy. And when I saw Ant-Man on the
arrow. Yes. Yeah, when I saw that, I got so high. I was like, oh my god, they actually did it. And of course, Marvel Capcom fans were sitting there like, oh, they put the special in it. So everyone is collectively losing their shit. Yes. Even people who may not even be that big fans of any of the characters. They're just like, there's so much going on, we gotta see this shit.
I don't even want to talk about the shit that people said about Spider-Man's costume.
Oh, no. We're gonna talk about it because we need to educate these fools. We gotta do this. For the good of the country.
Mm-hmm. For the good of the country, they should know better. Like, at this point, y'all should know better.
Okay. Right? For those who don't know, because there were some people that legit were not feeling Peter's costume, while those who actually read comics are looking at them like,
What you mad
you
for,
out your mind. And then we're seeing the hypocrisy. And we're like, you're complaining over this because it's not what you think he looks like in the comic, but none of y'all says shit about the costumes for any of the characters, especially Falcon. We remind you Falcon, this nigga looked like a Soul Train dancer.
He did. It was white, and it was white
and red with a big ass wig. We remind you that for a period of time, Hawkeye was pretty much wearing a goddamn dress
outfit
with some big ass hunting boots. We remind you what Iron Man used to look like.
I was about to say that. He used to look like a giant pen cap.
Yeah, need we remind you that Iron Man used to look like a walking fucking furnace. But no, all of you are cool with that, but you're losing your shit over Spider-Man because most of you were not a thought. In some cases, maybe your parents weren't a thought yet on how Peter used to look. His eyes actually moved. His eyes still move in certain animators, like certain people who draw him, like the Deadpool Spider-Man comics. He has a mode of eyes. His eyes move with his emotions. So you have more than just reading text. You see how he feels, which is one of the things that was really good. Exactly, which is why when it came to the movies, I didn't have that strong of a connection because his eyes didn't move.
Yeah.
So I was like, like the suits were nice. All of you were pretty much beating your meat over those suits. But you're getting mad over this, even though it's a combination of multiple costumes Spider-Man wore. It's a mix of the original one from the 60s.
It really is a good costume.
Hold on. Like the original one is first one is the original Spider-Man suit minus the web wings that were under the arms. The utility belt that he used to wear. They even threw in Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man design. And the big ass, like the tick type spider on his back, the little spider. So they combined all of that and the original emote of eyes, which is based on the Spider-Man cartoons. So they combined all that to make this. His whole damn suit is a tribute to Spider-Man, which you guys supposedly love. And when you get a result, you get mad.
Okay, so let's just say like they've never read the comics before, right? That's fine. So like often just the animated series and the movies. So let's say they didn't watch the old '90s animated series. So you possibly watched maybe Spectacular Spider-Man or the Ultimate Spider-Man that's on Disney XD right now. And you possibly watched, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, right? If you notice, Andrew Garfield's outfit is much different from Tobey Maguire's outfit. All right, it's the contrast of blue and red is much different than what most of his Spider-Man outfits look. So you guys should automatically be like, oh well, his costume changes every time there's a new actor.
But
or a new story arc.
You don't think with logic.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, new actor, new costume. Everyone's getting a new costume anyways. Even Captain America got a new costume. Everyone got new costumes. So his new movie, his new costume. I hate the costume. Why do you hate the costume? It doesn't look like Spider-Man. You're an idiot. Here's another reason why you're an idiot. Well, it's so animated. Spider-Man's been animated since Spider-Man 2. What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about?
And then it don't make sense. How are you going to sit there and say it's animated, but it's live action? So I'm like, pick one. This ain't Cool World.
I'm like, okay.
It's a live action character.
Fine. Let's completely remove the animation. If you can find me a guy that could jump 50 feet above his fucking head, we'll hire that guy. He could be Spider-Man. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Vin Diesel's already going to be Black Bolt.
I thought, what do you call it? I thought The Rock was going to be Black Bolt.
No, he's Black Adam. They want him to be Black Adam for Shazam.
Right. I forgot.
Vin is going to be Black Bolt.
Yeah, the Inhuman. Okay. Why?
What you mean, why?
Why not?
He's not going to talk the
I have nothing against it. I have nothing against it. I'm just asking.
Well, for good reason, because a lot of his best roles have been the ones that he spoke the least in, like Iron Giant, fucking Groot.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Anything that involved his body language, he really shines at. Like he's like a really good mime. So him being Black Bolt, I think will be really good. when it comes to body language and facial expressions. Because a lot of the designs they used for the Iron Giant was based on his actual facial motions. That they were actually drawing his emotions and putting it in the giant.
Mm-hmm.
So that was
been really good because his eyes look like they squint all the damn time.
Yeah, so it works. But it's another thing that shows their stupidity or goldfish memory. How are you gonna get mad at the fact his eyes moves, but you all were pretty much coming in buckets for Deadpool? His eyes moved a lot.
I throw my hands up. You
throw your hands up. I hope you remember that one girl that was on Instagram that said that Spider-Man looked like Deadpool. She was like, Deadpool is Spider-Man, and the boyfriend was like, that's Deadpool. That's Deadpool. That's not Spider-Man. That's Deadpool. She's like, no, that's Spider-Man. Then why does it say Deadpool? Why does it say Deadpool? She's like, they broke up apparently because of that.
I kind of see that as justified. Sadly.
Worth it. Totally worth it. I would stop talking to her too.
I block her on Instagram too.
Not block her on Instagram.
Block her in real life.
I block a bitch.
Block her in real life. How you do that? Just not see her? It's awkward.
Exactly. No, blocking in real life is restraining order.
Oh. Before the
That's
internet,
real life blocking.
Orders.
She's talking to me, but I put on her headphones.
Done. I'm gonna say this right now while you hear Clifford. I'm done with Sierra. If she put up one more Undertale gift that gives me nightmares, I'm done.
Wait, what have you been seeing? I haven't beaten Undertale yet, so I'm I purposely am playing this blind. I've been avoiding everything.
Yeah, avoid it. Please do.
Yeah, I've been avoiding everything, but if I do see something funny, if I encountered it, I will share it. So I know the only thing I know is you can either not kill people or kill everybody. So far, I've been doing not killing everybody.
What? Janae not killing everybody? What?
No, the reason why, because when I first heard of the game, they all made it like, oh, it's a game where you don't have to fight. And I like that idea because it made it a challenge because anyone could just beat the shit out of someone. Then I learned about genocide mode midway through the game. I'm like, no, I already haven't killed anyone. I'm not going to do it now. So I'll play again and kill every motherfucker in sight.
Yeah, do a passive or neutral run first. Cool. Be good. That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And then the second time, oh yeah, I'm going full Mussolini. I'm wiping niggas off maps.
She said Mussolini.
Mussolini. And you educated here on the block. I was about to say on the block. On Weekly Geekly. You educated here on Weekly Geekly.
I know someone's gonna be sitting there looking that up like, this is like the founder of fascism. Like, and a black woman said this? Oh God, you got dark.
I was gonna go with Genghis, but I'm gonna do Mussolini. Why not?
Nah, bigger body count.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Only thing next is Hitler. Like, come on.
Well, remember they were buddies because if it wasn't for Mussolini, Hitler wouldn't have done what he did.
Exactly. All right, so moving on. Anything going on in gaming this week, guys? Gears
of War 4 coming out, and I've been learning more info. And I'm sitting around like, yeah, I need to get Xbox One pronto because I'm a huge fan of that series. Yeah, I know. One of the writers died. The producer died.
Yeah, it was the producer.
Yeah, one of the producers died. So, I know. I was a huge fan of Gears. I even had the damn books. The only thing I didn't have was a Lancer.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because every time I tried to get one, either sold out or they weren't working. Because Nika, when they created them, they have a fucked up battery holder that you would have to get like aluminum foil to have it connect because sometimes the chainsaw wouldn't activate. So it's like, what's the point of having the Lancer without the chainsaw?
As a prop, I guess.
No, that sound effect is memorable. You gotta have it.
I mean, yeah, but like, you know, for bare minimum, you could just have it as a prop if you're doing a cosplay or anything.
Like I said, I'm a fan. If you remember what my room looked like, if you ever saw I have 2 Marcus Phoenix statues.
Ooh.
And I have, like I said, I'm a fan. I have 2 Marcus figures. One of them is the statue from Gears of War 3 that I actually paid $100-something for this big ass box and lugged it on the bus. Like the box was about the size of almost a nightstand, which contained the statue, the game, which was a big ass hard case.
Mm-hmm.
What was the statue?
Marcus surrounded by rubble, and it glowed in the dark with the emotion. It glowed. Yeah, I'm gonna try and have John DiMaggio sign it at Awesome Con.
Boy, he did the voice for Marcus Phoenix, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's Marcus. So that's why. And I'm gonna say
that. I knew that voice was familiar. I was like, where do I hear it from?
Yeah, he's Marcus, and I even have Gears of War fan art of me and my friend who passed away as COG soldiers with them.
Dope.
And one of our so Gears of War is very personal to me.
She just was on.
Yeah. No, I actually what I had was an original character that I was one of Cole's kids. That was my original story. That I was one of Cole's kids, the Cole Train's daughter.
Nice.
Yeah,
so,
I had everything set up, but that armor ain't easy to make, so I actually scrapped it. Even though I had someone drew everything out for me and everything for me to be Cole.
That's just difficult as fuck to make.
Yeah, that armor. I give high respect to Gears cosplayers because that shit is no joke
at all.
That's why all I wear is the fucking dog tag, and that's it. The next thing I was gonna get later, I was originally supposed to get a tattoo, and it was a replica of Marcus's tattoo of the 2 Lancers.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna get my friend's date of birth on it. But yeah, so I'm excited for Gears because it deals with Marcus's son, so this is years later.
Oh, this is a big time skip, man. A huge time skip.
Marcus's son and a lot of other characters, female COGs that you could play as in the story mode, not just multiplayer. So this is big.
I wish I had an Xbox now.
I know, right?
It's coming. It's coming to PC. So the Gears games are finally coming to PC now.
I'll be able to play it.
I'm up. Bobbo said he wanted an Xbox.
I like Gears.
Really? Are you guys still holding that fanboy garbage?
It's not me. It's him.
We too old for that.
It's him. It's him. It's not me. It's him.
Well, you just heard him say he likes Gears. So
he likes great story. Great story. I'll sit and watch a Gears gameplay all day. Only Xbox games I'll sit and watch is like Gears, Crackdown, and Sunset Overdrive. I'll sit and watch a gameplay. I'm cool with that.
Sunset Overdrive is fun to watch. I'll give it that. Then Gears finally became an esport.
Oh,
so,
yeah. When? What?
You guys didn't know that?
No. Which one?
Yeah, Gears is finally an esport, and they showed it on Twitch and stuff because I started playing. I started replaying my Gears Judgment, and on all the Gears games they have a news section, and they mention it. In Europe, there's Gears of War esports, and they're televised online, and it's mostly for Gears 3.
Oh, I was about to say.
I like Judgment. Like
most people did. I didn't get a chance to play Judgment because I didn't have an Xbox at the time.
I actually like Judgment because it tied in with Gears 2, like what was happening there, and Gears 3. So it was showing from Barrett's perspective because everyone forgets the squads, like Delta squads, are split up all the damn time. So while Barrett is doing one thing, Marcus and Dom are doing some other shit, and that's usually what you're doing. You never see what Barrett and Dizzy and all of them are doing. So I'm excited. I really liked it because you learned what the fuck happened.
I like Barrett a lot better. He was a better character.
Yeah, especially when it like reading the books. So a lot of it tied in. So if you were a real fan of Gears that you actually read the books, you're gonna like Judgment because it answered some questions. Especially when it came to like characters like Bernadette and stuff, who was like one of the few female cogs. And the fact, one thing people forget, with the cogs, anyone could join. It wasn't just men only. They drafted anyone who was able. They even had homeless people as cogs, so anyone could do it. They didn't give a fuck as long as you could shoot a gun. And Bernadette was a G. Yeah, Bernie was no joke.
Burn. She's a burn.
Nice plug.
Did you see that video I found of the One Punch Man Bernie Sanders crossover?
No.
Oh my god, go look for it. It's called One Punch Burn, and they did the entire intro of One Punch Man, but it's Bernie Sanders fighting the candidates.
Okay.
All right, so of course, as well, this week we had a big launch of The Division. I know. Who's been playing it? So far? Everything gets broken. It's modern.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
It's not as broken as Street Fighter V, so it's a passable game.
Yeah.
You think this? I have not seen any problems with this yet.
So he playing it right now.
No, I meant the server when it went to hell for a brief moment, but they fixed it. So
I expected that. That was to be expected. That was to be expected.
Yeah.
Everybody expects server issues. Like, we know that instead of waiting, we still all jump on the first day, and instead of like actually doing stuff or whatever, and with our lives, we just know we go there, sit and complain, and there's too many people on the servers instead of getting the fuck off the servers. So we expect that.
No, I expected that to happen personally, which is why I didn't think it was a bad issue, because it's like with the number of people that was playing the open beta, it was a huge amount of people. I know it was 8 million people was playing it. That's a lot of people playing this game,
especially for the fucking beta. That is a lot of people.
Exactly. So that's like at least a minimum of 8 million people getting this game. That's not even talking about the people who actually did buy it. So I'm like, wow. So the servers are definitely going to crash possibly the first few hours, but it fixed, and I was like, it worked pretty quickly. What I thought was very amazing was the fact that they already announced that they were patching it well before the game even came out. They were patching all the good issues.
That is good.
I was like, what? You avoided day one issues?
But then you got to remember who's doing it. Tom Clancy games are very good games, and they take their shit to heart. They want it to work, especially since Clancy passed. They know there's a legacy they got to deal with. So it's like, we can't fuck that up.
Get your arm cut off.
Alright, so we also got a delay this week. Was it last week they announced the delay? Was it
I'm trying to remember. I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm trying to remember what it was.
Wait, are you talking about Dead Island 2?
No, not Dead Island.
That got delayed again.
That's fucked up. I didn't know that got delayed. But Mass Effect got delayed, and there was another one.
Uncharted.
And they canceled
Uncharted
EverQuest.
already been delayed. I'm talking about, because I called it the new Uncharted. That's why you're saying that. I called it the new Uncharted.
Uncharted got delayed.
Uncharted is always delayed. I don't know
they
why
canceled
we expect
EverQuest.
anything from Naughty Dog at this point.
Finally?
No, because they were going to do another EverQuest game, and it just fell through. They did
Also,
like an announcement, I think, today.
Yeah, speaking of falling through, the Fable series is done. Microsoft has announced that they're closing down the studio that creates Fable, and Fable's Legends will not be
Lionhead Studios.
Yeah, they will not be getting put out. So Fable, that's kind of, I don't know. I enjoyed Fable.
Fable
I did too. Like, I really like Fable, but the one who really caused it to fail is the founder, Peter Morrow. He's a compulsive liar. Like, the reason why everyone... No, here, I can say this because I played Fable.
Is it like Five Nights at Freddy compulsive lying?
He lied a lot, because when it came to Fable 3, he was making it like you can do so much shit with the Kinect, and you couldn't do a thing. He was making it that with Kinect you can do battles, you can do dual wields, all this other stuff. Never happened. And when people called him out, he was like, I changed my mind. Like, he legit was like, I changed my mind. Even though he announced, here's why it's bad. He announced all of this shit on E3. So that's the big time. So it's like, whatever you say should be there after you say it at E3.
Psych, that's the wrong number.
Exactly. And if I can remember, some people actually tried to sue Lionhead Studios for false advertisement.
So
Fable 3 was such a disappointment because I remember I actually pre-ordered Fable 3.
Oh, you did?
And I still have the little deck of cards and the double-sided coin. I threw the box and it was a book box. I threw it away because it got messed up, but I have my Soul Calibur one. Another sucky game, but I kept the box because it became like a fantastic stash box.
So horrible. What else?
I have the fanciest stash box ever now, though.
Yeah.
So, of the book.
Did you guys hear Lupe? I know you made a post about it, but Lupe Fiasco got called out.
Yeah, I posted
it by Sonic Core, a good Mortal Kombat player, and he was like, he said, "I bet you that Lupe won't see me in MKX," and he was like, "Mortal Kombat is only for people who can't play Street Fighter."
And everyone was just looking at him like, "Do you forget you barely beat Daigo? Like, barely beat Daigo."
But he won though. He won though, and he completed Black History Month.
I know. That was funny. He didn't do it on Black History Month. But it doesn't change the fact that fight was not a squash. It was he barely got some shit. But the whole fact, you don't go for Mortal Kombat players like that. Mortal Kombat fans in general, they're crazy. They are crazy. I thought Street Fighter fans were to me. MK fans are a whole other level.
Yeah.
I like Mortal Kombat. I actually like Mortal Kombat more than Street Fighter. Boy, I ain't about that life. But Mortal Kombat X, I'm like, I have a feeling because he talked all that trash, I can see nothing but him getting fucked up by brutalities alone. That will make him that's what I want to see. I want
to get off Lupe.
If it does happen, I want him to get beat by brutalities. No fatalities. Just brutalities. Just be disrespectful about it.
There's a certain kind of petty, and then there's a motherland kind of petty.
Yeah, brutalities are that type of petty. Got people thinking they're doing a combo, like, yeah, I'm about to win. Nope. It's like the monkey wrench of the game. Nah, nigga.
I'm trying to remember, like, who announced the fact that they're picking up Beyond Two Souls and possibly making a sequel. Was that Nintendo?
Wait, what? Nintendo?
Somebody said they were picking. Somebody was picking.
Sorry, I'm offended.
I hope it ain't Nintendo.
And they were doing a remake for it, as in they were re-releasing the game, and then they're trying to make a sequel for it.
I heard about them wanting to do a sequel for Beyond. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I don't know about this shit about Nintendo.
Wait, did I say Beyond Good and Evil, or did I say Beyond Two Souls?
You said
Beyond
Two
Souls.
I'm an idiot. Beyond Good and Evil.
Thank you.
You know what? Oh, okay, because me and Bobbo were looking at you very concerned.
I love
like,
Nintendo,
sir, did you have
but I
a
don't think
mild
they can
stroke?
have Beyond Two Souls.
Like,
you know, Beyond Good and Evil, I love that game. I still have that on my damn hard drive. But I think Nintendo can do it. But if I remember, wasn't that property of Microsoft?
It was, I believe.
I mean, shit. We can talk about properties of other people. You're
right. You're right.
But, you know, like,
I
don't keep up with stuff like that. So that's like underhand stuff. Like, you got to catch it in the streamline. Which I wasn't too sure. Like, I think like an article was scrolling past, and I didn't really make too much note of it. I was like, ooh. So if it pops up again, I'll definitely be interested because I wanted to play the original one, but I didn't get a chance to.
I would really like a re-release, like an HD version, like a one that they fix them, because I still sometimes play Beyond Good and Evil. It's a great game, but sometimes the controls can be a little off, and sometimes it will glitch, like really bad to the point that you can't finish. Like that's where I had to replay Beyond Good and Evil because I glitched so bad I got stuck that I couldn't do the next mission. So at the point I couldn't do shit. So if they could do a remastered version,
that would be dope.
Like an anniversary one, that would be really good because that was a fantastic game.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move into the last little part of this, kind of wrapping it up. You already know what it is, DJ Horus. Music section.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, the biggest hype so far, I would say, that came out in the last time since we updated would probably be Kendrick Lamar's Untitled Unmastered.
I'll say he deserves big props for that. Like honestly, he deserves like amazing respect. He was
I've been waiting for those Untitled songs.
A lot of people has apparently, but one thing I thought was very interesting about it was that the dates on them are scattered all over the place since I think the latest it was 2013. So shortly after,
right now,
like he's putting out his unreleased tracks before he dies.
You know, like the dates.
So he's pulling a Tupac.
He's pulling the Tupac.
Okay, so I have it open now. It says what is that? May 28th, 2013, which is the third track. Is like the earliest one. So shortly after Good Kid, Mad City, he started doing these tracks. But most of them is 2014. So when you listen to the album, it kind of sounds like a prelude to The Pimp a Butterfly, especially with the Pip Pip, hooray!
But then it also shows some of this was stuff that he was releasing and just putting on the cutting room floor and just keeping it, because I didn't really see them as tracks. I saw it more as like some Jill Scott Heron spoken word, like with a beat in the background. That was what I was thinking, and that's what it reminded me of. So I didn't really see them as just straight up tracks. It was like spoken word. I liked it, and the fact there was all these different. I like the fact it didn't show the names of anyone, so it was up to you to decipher who's who if you know your music.
Yeah, but you know the one thing that really caught me was that TD had announced that everybody from the label was possibly releasing something this year. So that's being the first one. And I'm a big Isaiah Rashad fan, so I'm actually waiting for that. And J-Rock's album last year was amazing. In fact, no one really talks about it, but let it go. Let it go.
It's all right.
Yeah, let it go.
Let it go. But this year we had a few underhanded people that came out, really, because like Shia, Lecrae came back, Panic at the Disco came back, Megadeth came back, Rihanna,
church, man.
Rihanna did her thing again, but you know, I don't really care too much about Rihanna, really.
That's not true. A lot of people loved that out. Anti was extremely good.
I'm sure it was good, but personally, work annoys the crap out of me.
Yeah, well,
that's because you don't listen to Caribbean music like dance hall.
I listen to Caribbean music. It's like I like work until Drake comes on.
No, don't get me wrong. The beat is fun. The rhythm is fun. Like it's just the repetition. It annoys me. It just annoys me.
It's kind of like lines for him.
Dance hall.
I mean, like there's a lot of dance hall that I was okay with, but I'm not a big dance hall fan, so I'm not gonna like really downplay it.
It's a great track, minus the Drake. Like if I had a Drake-less version of it, I would love it.
See, him and Drake's like the same thing as him and Microsoft. Like you just can't talk about it at all. You just can't. It just can't at all.
So, anything else come out or anything that you guys been having on your radar?
Well, if you haven't listened to Kanye's Life of Pablo or Macklemore.
Oh yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Life of Pablo. Like when it came out, I was searching for it just to see if I would. I was over it. I'm the type of fan. I like his music, but I hate the bullshit he does. So I didn't want to get this album until someone was like, You gotta hear this. Album. And I kept seeing all the memes for Father Stretch My Hands and Stretch My Arms, and that was part 1. And I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't get it until someone's like, listen to this, because it's not even on YouTube. So the memes are what made me listen to it. And when I heard it, I was like, I see why the memes exist.
I still think it's weird that the timing, because if you listen to Jumpman, that intro is still there with Metro Boomin. I was like, that's in Jumpman, so he sampled that, but no one didn't start the meme until that album came out. So it was like, Jumpman's pretty popular though. So what? You took 2 songs, so you guys were like, well, we're gonna meme this now. So
well, it's not really that. It's the whole. It's not. No, remember, it's referencing the producer, Metro Boomin.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Wait. Question.
Did like 3 of his tracks.
Is that Young Metro?
Yeah, Metro Boomin is Young Metro.
I finally figured out who Young Metro is.
Believe me, I felt the same way when I could hear it when I first listened to Future. I was like, who the fuck's Young Metro?
Young Metro, no
one answered it to me. So when I caught it, I was like, oh, he's talking about him. And that's when I saw that post of him saying he don't trust Donald Trump. I was like, oh shit.
Yes. We get to shoot Donald Trump.
I think he gonna get shot.
Because if Young Metro doesn't trust you, I must shoot you.
That's the rules.
Did you see the picture that I posted of Yusuke doing the spirit gun out the car like a drive-by, and it said, if Young Hiei don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you?
Get out. Get out now.
Worth it.
It was worth it because everyone was like, bruh, why?
Worth it. That's worth it. The only thing I have left to talk about is Macklemore. Really nice. I mean, I have respect for Macklemore, but
no.
I have to give it to him. I gotta give it to him. Give it to him. I'm not saying he's worth, beating anybody. It's just like,
you see how I'm looking at you.
I see you looking at me, and I know a lot of people say the same thing. They're all saying, "Well, it's Macklemore." I'm not saying like he's a great artist or anything.
I'm not saying he's the greatest in the world, but
he's not. He's not. I mean, he's decent to listen to. I think he's entertaining. I find Macklemore entertaining.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Entertaining. That's fine. Like if you're at a bar or at a party and everyone's drunk and you're just trying to forget that you're there and you hear Macklemore. You're not gonna get that upset.
Yeah, like I'm not. I get that. Saying like, yeah, let's bump Macklemore all day. I just find I enjoyed the hype. I thought it was entertaining. That's all I thought.
The best way of putting it, you're not the one that's sitting there with your friends in the car and putting that on the aux cord because you know you will get kicked out in the freeway.
Exactly. I mean, hold on, wait. We'll address this. If you put what's it? Like the Steeler Can't Hold Us, that's fine. But if you just start bumping random ass tracks, like
we following you down the freeway.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, like if it's Macklemore, there's like only a handful of songs I would bump. Like I wouldn't even bump Thrift Shop. Like that's
yeah. It's gotten too
that's pushing it.
When you make it the kids bop,
we will leave you on the road next to the Adopt a Highway sign.
Like, I'm not saying, like, once again, I'm not saying, like, oh, yeah, he's great for hip-hop. No, I'm just saying, like, he's entertaining. So, like, give him a chance.
You know you'll get slapped.
I mean, even if I did get slapped, personally, I really wouldn't care, because it's like,
you would get the Black Panther slap, like, stuff that.
The full claws and everything.
I really don't care, because it's like,
bring that here,
like, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm sure there's still a few people who still listen to Nickelback, so.
And those people get laughed at.
So, and personally, I didn't have any issues with Nickelback either, but that's, once again, not a group that I would bump on occasion. That's not something I'm like, yeah, let's play some Nickelback right now. Like, it's just like, if it plays, I'm okay with it. Because personally, I have more appreciation for stuff like that, because I really don't care. I really don't care. But, with Macklemore, it's like, okay, so let's see what he produced this time. It was okay. That's about it. Yeah, that was about it. Even though the big hype track with White Privilege, which was like 8 minutes long,
which was pretty much a white guy white-splaining white privilege to white people, which is shit that black people have been saying for fucking years.
Whiteception.
So it's like,
Except at least now they might actually listen to it because it's a white guy. So
that's usually how it works. When a white person says something, that's when everyone listens.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So I can't get mad about that. Can't really get mad about that.
Like, wait,
in fact, I'm looking at this list now.
Like when Time Magazine, like we always like, man, the police have been beating our ass. Police have been beating us up, man. Like, this is horrible. You guys talking about Time Magazine? Police brutality is at an all-time high. I never would have guessed.
and everyone's just like, really, nigga?
Really, nigga?
Like around the time when they found out that Beyonce was black.
I know, right? Okay, ladies.
I love that skit.
That's
Saturday Night Live.
That's like the greatest thing all year. Yeah. All year. It's not beating nothing. Nothing's beating that.
I think Beyonce is black.
Black.
What? Her music's not for us?
Hilson is black.
I got hot sauce in my bag. Swag. I don't understand these lyrics. Maybe it's not for us.
She's like, oh, thank God that you're not black. She's like, that's not your kid. Your kid's over there. That would kill me.
That shit was hilarious.
That's not your kid.
The Trump ad. That Trump ad they fucking did.
God.
That was ruthless.
It's not your kid. It's not about you.
Yeah, like I say, music for me, I've been just the newest stuff I've been listening to is Kendrick and Pablo, and then I've been listening more to vaporwave, which for those who know, vaporwave is an actual genre which started as a joke, just like most music. It started as a joke, it started as a joke. And then became a real thing, and then really good artists started being born.
Because I'm thinking I think what's in my head, what it probably may be. But I want to hear
are you talking about like the best way of putting it? It's mostly about visual stuff, like aesthetics, like stuff, particularly 80s, early 90s sounds, like plunderphonics, Plunderphonics is this new genre that you get music from free domain shit, like the music you would hear at malls from back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah,
that sounds dope.
like the Muzak from back in the day. Educational videos that had those that had their own music.
I actually have a couple of producers down here that's been doing that. It's a whole even our opening track. For Weekly Geekly is taken from the Producers Pub. Shout out to L. Clayton and the Producers Pub. Jackson, you guys will find it. I'll put up links or whatever. But
so
they take a lot
that,
of the old stuff old TV shows, old background music, all that other stuff or whatever. And it's it's called Lost in the Channels. That's the name of the album that we did.
That's Plunderphonics. That's Plunderphonics. And then Vaporwave is based with that, but they use a lot of stuff dealing with 80s, 90s Japanese animation, sometimes different fonts, but they also throw in 808, like 808 trap beats and slow it down. So it's like Muzak mixed with chopped and screwed because they slow it down sometimes.
Yeah. I have to see that. I have to see that album.
I want to hear that because there's a radio station I found called Vaporwave Home that plays nothing but vaporwave.
Okay.
And they play nothing but vaporwave and future funk. And future funk is pretty much the same premise of upbeat 80s, 90s music with maybe some cases Japanese R&B and other shit mixed together. It's it's amazing fuckery. Look up there's this one particular album. Go on YouTube and type in Sailor Wave. You'll know you found the right one because it's a picture of Sailor Moon in the middle of transforming. That is
alright.
Vaporwave. That's the best way I can explain it. Because even I'm sitting there, I can barely explain it, but that's the best way I can explain it.
Okay.
It's 80s, 90s Muzak, chopped and screwed. And the one who created the meme, because a lot of Vaporwave became a meme, is Macintosh Plus. And the album's called Flower Shop, and it's produced by one person and it's seen as, some people say the album sucks, others say the album's great, but they say it unironically, and it became like the foundation of vaporwave, and people just piggyback from there. It's kind of like when the creation of Witch House happened, and everyone just came out of nowhere. Yeah, but it's awesome to listen to, depending on the artist.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I've been listening to a lot of retro, and I've been listening to a lot of retro wave, which is, you know, new wave, but it has the retro theme, like Outrun. Think of best perfect example. The theme song to Knight Rider is what would be considered retro wave.
Okay.
It's like retro, futuristic '80s themed stuff. So a lot, and Outrun is the music you would hear during chase scene, like outrunning scenes in 80s films with the 80s Lamborghinis and Testarossas and shit. So that's what I've mostly been listening to for the past like almost 2 years, has been retro wave and dark synth.
Damn.
And I found like a lot of artists and like incredible shit. I've been posting stuff in the group. Like this one artist I really like named Carpenter Brute finally dropped a video for his like really, really amazing single called Turbo Killer. It sounds like some shit, like if I ever learned how to make video games, like make that little Geek Illuminati video game thing, fighting game, I want that song as the intro. If you listen to it, it sounds like a fighting game intro. Just type in Turbo Killer.
Okay.
And he finally released a video for it.
Alright, so I'm gonna go look that up, like I said, in a little bit. But yeah, well, we're doing stuff, like, right, DJ Horus?
Yeah.
We're doing stuff, like, so I know I got I don't know, I'm gonna probably ask the people what they want, because I have no clue what I'm gonna do the next episode of The Block on. I'm gonna put out the last episodes that I've been messing around with or whatever, let you guys kind of get back up to date with us here on The Block. I'm gonna probably reach out. I wanted to talk about something different, because with running Geek Street, like, I can talk about video games, but that's on the arcade. I can talk about music, but that's with DJ Horus. I can talk about anime, but that's with Planet Woo. I can talk about like so much other stuff, but like The Block is it's not going through like a metamorphosis, but it's kind of like Iron Man right now. It's trying to find out where we stand, and honestly, like, we're still just here for everybody, and I just want to hear what you guys want. But I'll be putting out new shows, putting out everything as well. I'm getting more settled in once I do this big transition myself. Me, DJ Horus, are probably going to be having some big events coming up later on down the line, so you guys look out for that. We were going to try and do Weekly Geek a little bit more often. If you guys realize, this one is not really a stream, but we will be checking your comments a little bit later down, so don't forget to like, subscribe. Also check out the comment section for us to talk with us, chill, and all that good stuff. I know for sure DJ Horus just put out an episode not too long ago. Tell them about it, DJ Horus.
Yeah,
like, he did work.
Yes. I finally got a chance to talk about the Grammys and Kanye's Life of Pablo. I have a little bit of different opinion on that album now, because I had to listen to it again. Because usually that happens. And when you first listen to an album, you might have like initial opinion. You're like, I didn't really like it. But, you know, now I have a little more appreciation for the album. I still think it's sporadic. I still think it's ugly.
Your face is sporadic. And,
like, in terms of, like, placement of the tracks.
What people like about it is that it's sporadic.
I like my albums a little more structured, you know, so that threw me off.
Because you were square.
I mean, that's just me. Like I said, it's all personal. It's nothing too general. But generally speaking, I thought the album was pretty good. I was only mostly upset with the changes that he did to Wolves. He took out Sia's and Vic Mensa's part out. I was upset about that.
He took that out?
Well, remember, he said it himself. Life of Pablo is not the complete album. It ain't even. That's just what we have is the beta of Life of Pablo, which he said he might change the name again.
He said he's already working on mixing on the mixes for the album, so we will definitely be getting more sometime this year. So this is going to be one of the years where Kanye drops 2 albums in 1 year. So, you know,
I just hope he doesn't change Fade, because for some reason that song got me hooked.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. But that's it.
So Dooms, you got anything you doing? Anything Geek Triple X related? Or are we?
I did. Well, I did do one video accidentally. It wasn't technically. It's technically a Geek Triple X video, but originally it was not meant to be. It was me trying to do a video to post in Geek Illuminati, but it was too long. So I had no choice but to do YouTube.
I know, right?
And I just decided to make it a Geek Triple X. I was like, fuck it, because some people need to learn this. It was me teaching people how to deep throat.
All right, so
oh my god, the look on Chris' face.
I tried to graze all past it, but no, he caught it. So,
no. His face, I'm mad I didn't screenshot that shit because he looked just like that meme that has the Indian guy having this fuck you say face. You know, the one with the little hat. He's like, fuck you say?
What you mean?
That was exactly Cliff's face. Like, fuck you say? I was teaching people how to deep throat because I noticed some people didn't know where to begin. Like they make the mistake of breathing with their mouth while the dick's in their mouth.
Oh my goodness!
And I found out that's because, and the fact it's strangely become common now. And I'm like, no, that is not how you do it. You are all gonna just choke. Yes. And vomit, and that's not a pretty sight, especially if this is your first time doing oral to begin with. So I was showing people how it's done, and now some people in the group are looking at me a lot different. Mostly out of fear, because they're like,
she gonna take my man.
That's what someone's actually said, like, we can't trust Janaea around anybody, because she's queer, so we can't trust her around anything. She's like a predator. She's gonna take our girls and our boyfriends. Like
she's bisexual, so she's a threat. Okay? She's not allowed around they. She's not around they.
Like it was funny. Someone actually said, "You are dangerous." I'm like, "How?" I'm like, "The fact you know a lot of this stuff, you know how to destroy overconfident people." I was like, "Really?"
It be like that sometimes. But yeah, so we want to thank you guys for joining us on Weekly Geekly, of course. We're going to try to do this a little bit more often as well, and it's going to be kind of this format where we're coming at you guys, but it will be on time at least. Yay!
Yay!
So yeah, so again,
but then that might not be guaranteed. I mean, it is 3 black people.
Hey, shut up.
CPT is a motherfucker.
So, your Philly neighborhood nerd, the Bobbo, DJ Horus. I always get it wrong. DJ Horus and Doomsday over there. Yeah, it's been Weekly Geekly signing off again, guys.